another. And if you can't show that, so at my site we have a midrash every Shabbat. It's about 4 hours long, 5 hours long, and we have different opinions, and we have huge debates as we go through the Torah portion every 3.5 years. If you can't argue your position with love, don't argue. Shut up. At the end of the midrash, we got to be able to say we love each other. And it's not always easy, right? Okay, this is no different. I'm going to present you with a bunch of things. I've already presented you with some things to get your head scratching, get you thinking. That's what I want. Whether you believe me or not, I don't care. I'm not trying to get a following. I actually teach our people to leave, go start your own group. We have a number of people in our group who are now teachers. They got their own group, but they keep coming back to learn a little bit more. So I want you to teach. We are all supposed to be teachers. Okay. We've now jumped up to another level. Okay? You need to pay attention because you're going to get lost real quick if you don't. Okay? We're going to go to the Daniel 9 prophecy. Everyone knows the Daniel 9 prophecy. Oh. It's 4:15. Prophecy. Okay, starts off in Daniel 9. First person to ever use the Daniel 9 prophecy was the Hasmoneans. Right here in 162 BC. They took the Daniel 9 prophecy and applied it to John Hyrcanus as he was the Messiah for them. Did you know that? No, nobody knows that, but it's in history. John Hyrcanus, the Maccabees. H-Y-R Canus, C-A-N-U-S.
And you said that group that first applied this?
The Maccabees. Hasmonean dynasty, yeah. Okay? If you get my book, The Stones Cry Out, or you get the book, The 2300 Days of Hell. The 2300 Days of Hell actually has a lot more details of it. It's just a heavy read. Okay? That has all the details in it about it.
I like to read.
Good. The next group. Who's the next group to use this Daniel 9 prophecy? Who? Christians.
Yeah.
No. That would be the right answer. I would say that's what I thought. No.
I would say the Magi, probably.
Not the Magi's. Rabbi Akiva.
Oh, no.
To prove that Simon Bar Kokhba is the Messiah. So Simon Bar Kokhba, because they had a Jubilee year coming in 134. That's another Jubilee year that we can test. They had a Jubilee year in 134. See, I forgot to tell you this other proof here.
Excuse me, what was the name of the rabbi?
Rabbi Akiva. Very anti-messianic.
And who was this guy he wanted to prove that was
Simon Bar Kokhba. It's called the Bar Kokhba Revolt.
He's dead. He ain't coming back.
So the temple's destroyed in 70 AD. There's no more temple services. A little bit of information. I'm just going to go off the rail a little bit here. Rabbi Akiva knows, so he lives in around 133. That's 60 years after the destruction of the temple. All the old priests are dying. Right? It's like all the Holocaust victims. There's hardly any of them left now. Hardly any World War II vets left. Same scenario. So Rabbi Akiva goes around collecting all the information on how they kept the temple. How did they do this? How did they do that? And he collected it all. He was going to put it in a book. He got martyred in 135. Bar Kokhba did not come back to life when he got killed. We got that wrong. Rabbi Yossi, a student of Rabbi Akiva, wrote the chronology of the world up to this time using the Daniel 9 prophecy to prove that Simon Bar Kokhba was the Messiah of the Daniel 9 prophecy. You see where the germ's developing here? Started there. Almost 300 years later, it's now developing into this Messiah. But he died. Rabbi Yossi's chronology continued to be used by the Genome and the Tenim, and has continued to be used by all Jewish sages ever since. That's why right now, today is the year 57, what is it, 75? What's the Jewish year this year? 79? 57, 79. Might be. You can Google it. That's one of those things you do on the computer, Mike. Okay. Trouble is, Rabbi Yossi, in order to make this work, took the Daniel 9 prophecy, removed 250 years from the Persian period. Remember how the Persian are always short 250 years? It's because of this. That chronology continues to be used by Judah today, even though it's a false chronology. The next group of people to use this Daniel 9 prophecy are the Christians, starting with Origen, 180. A couple more, and then in 202, the smartest one came along, Julius Africanus, and he says that the Messiah, the count starts at 453. That gives you 483 years to the death of the Messiah. Now, here's the problem he's got. They didn't know what year, so they're fudging on the years. And Julius Africanus says that it ends in the year 500 AD. That's when the 7th millennium begins. That's when the Messiah is coming back. But he's using the Septuagint. And the Septuagint, if you use it, the chronology, right now we're in the 8th millennium, according to the Septuagint. So that's wrong. Now I forgot, I'm just going back up. I got to mention this one little thing. Again, about my chronology, all my proofs. Y'all know Nehemiah Gordon? Okay, so Nehemiah Gordon's got me on doing a podcast in Israel with him, live on the air. He tells me, do you know about Rambam? I said, I know who he is. He said, but do you know that he recorded a sabbatical year? Not only did he record it, he edited his own book. So Rambam, Rabbi Yehuda, took all of Akiva's work, turned it into what is called the Mishnah. After the Mishnah, they began to debate all the stuff in the Mishnah, and that's called the Jerusalem Talmud. And then they began to debate in Babylon, that's called the Babylonian Talmud. The Jerusalem Talmud ends around almost 400 years AD. Then the Babylonian Talmud continues until about the 6th, 7th century. Rabbi Rambam, Maimonides, takes all these works and puts them into the Mishnah Torah. And it's an encyclopedia set as big as my arms. Tons of information, and he removed all the authors and just put all the information there. Everybody was upset about that, everybody hated him, they didn't like it. But he edited all his own work. He did that in the year 1177. So Nehemiah asked me, he wrote about a sabbatical year. And in Hebrew, he also signed it saying that he edited his own work. Live on the radio, Nehemiah says, you want to check this date out? He could destroy my theology all in one shot here. I'll be out of business. Yes. So he tells me the date, and Rambam says in the year 1177, the proper year for the sabbatical or the Shemitah year was last year, which is 1176. But we Jews, by tradition, keep it a year and a half before. Exactly as they do today. 1176 is a Shemitah year, and I'm doing my happy dance on the radio. You couldn't see it, but I was dancing up a storm. Nehemiah says, what are you doing? I said, you just proved me right. And yet he still doesn't believe. Rambam, the greatest sage of all time, has now confirmed that we're keeping the Shemitah years on this whole banner here at the right time. Now, back up here, back to the Daniel 9 prophecy. Rabbi Yossi writes that work, it's continued on. The next one was Rabbi Julius Africanus. Julius Africanus said, 483 years after Xerxes, Ahasuerus, or Cyrus, or one of those kings at that time, the Messiah would be killed. Then, the rest of that 7 years to the 490 years is some mysterious time coming in the future. We don't know when, but it's coming at a day, an hour, nobody knows. How many of you count like that? I'm only 29. Women do this all the time. They're 29 forever. Right? You don't dare ask them if you look like about 50. Ugh.
29.
What?
2029.
20. Yeah. It's called the gap theory. The Messiah can come any day. Therefore, today could be the day. Get down here, give me your money, and I'll give you a blessing. Sawdust Trail. How many of you did the Sawdust Trail? The born again people? No? Okay. Tough crowd.
What do you mean by that?
Sawdust Trail?
Yeah, what do you mean?
You don't know what the Sawdust Trail is?
No idea.
Billy Graham. Billy Church, or the church guy before him. Fire and brimstone, and you got to repent right now because today's the day. It's the last day. You could die today. Get down here. It's the end of this time period. Get down here. And they come down, they confess their sins, and they get this little prayer done over them, and they've been born again. It's a sawdust. It's a trail of sawdust going down there. They lay it down so you don't get your feet muddy. You never heard that? Boy, what did they teach you guys here?
I didn't follow Billy Graham back in the day. So.
Yeah. Anyway,
They didn't teach me. The Ruach did.
I look into history about everything. I want to know everything about, am I being lied to or am I being truthful? Is this right or is this wrong? I check out everything. So, and I make jokes about some of this stuff. So you guys don't know what I'm talking about. The Christians think this is funny because they did it. Okay. The Daniel 9 prophecy is not a gap theory. There's no gap. It's 490. What's the word in Hebrew? What? Shemay. No, that's the Genesis 6:3. We're in Daniel 9, verse 1, 70 weeks. The word weeks, you got your computer. What's the Hebrew word? Shabuah. Everyone say Shabuah. Shabuah.
Is that modern Hebrew?
It's Hebrew.
It's the Hebrew that is recorded.
So what's the old Hebrew then?
I'm just asking.
What?
Is it Yiddish Hebrew or is it?
No, it's not Yiddish.
It's Hebrew.
Yeah, it's not Yiddish.
So it's
Hebrew.
It's Paleo Hebrew.
Typical Hebrew.
No, that's not the answer. Is it?
Okay, it's a strong. What's a Strong's? It's a Strong's word for what? It's from Strong's Concordance.
Word to be written there.
Okay.
Say it every seventh year. Are you saying the Shemitah every seventh year? Or you take
No, I didn't say anything about the Shemitah every seventh year yet. I said the word for Shabuah is 70 weeks.
Okay.
70 weeks is the 70 Shabuah. Sibuyim, Sibuyim. So it's actually the same word twice, but the second word gets resaid as Shabuah. Now, every time that word Shabuah is used throughout the Old Testament, it is one meaning. Never weeks, except for Daniel 10, for twice. In Daniel 10, it means 7-day week. Everywhere else, it means... Okay, so Shabuah is... Now, I always get confused here. It's the because it should be feminine to me, but it's the masculine singular of the feminine plural, Shavuot. Brandon, look up, you got Daniel 9 there?
Yeah.
Look up everywhere this word is used in Daniel 9. Give me the word in Exodus. I believe it's Exodus 34. Have you got that one?
Hold on, you want me to pull Daniel 9 or Exodus 34?
Well, just if you look in Strong's, it gives you the place where all these words are used.
Oh, yeah, I don't do it.
Oh, you don't have that?
I do it on my phone. It's
Oh.
faster when I do it on my phone. I don't know.
Are you looking for what word?
How many times?
Where's the word Shabuah used in the Bible?
So how would you spell that?
Daniel 9.
Shabuah.
Say again?
Shabuah.
Shabuah?
Yeah, how do you spell it?
S-H-A-B or V, because they're interchangeable, U-A.
Okay, I thought it spelled it right.
I always said Shabuah.
That's also correct.
Yeah, Shabuah.
All right, what are you looking for? How many times it's in?
What have you got in it?
Meaning week. Did you say Exodus 34?
I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Do I have to pull up my computer?
Hold on. You talking about from Exodus
Is it the
34?
same size as that?
Huh?
Is it the same size as your board?
Shabua. So look up the word weeks in the Strongs.
Yeah,
It'll tell you the Hebrew word
it's
Shabua.
7620. It's Hebrew.
7620.
Yes, 7620.
Okay.
Shavua or
It's-
You got
What are
it?
you looking for?
Where's it used?
Oh, where is it used?
Yeah.
It is used. Sorry about that. I'm in.
Oh, you're in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard for me to use. It gives you too much information, not the ones you want. I use eSort. I love eSort.
Shavua and how many times in what book?
Where is it used?
See, I prefer
Is it used in? It's used in Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay, you got 4 times in Daniel, 5 times in Daniel.
Yeah, in Daniel 9. 4 times.
Let's look at this.
I was gonna say that. It's 4 verses, but it's like
12 times in the book of Daniel.
You guys are going to make me do this.
12
This is
times
good.
in the book of Daniel.
12 times.
Yeah.
Okay, where is it breaking down? I don't want to look at the ones in Daniel 10.
no, in Daniel 9 it's 8 times
9:24.
in 4 verses.
Okay.
9:25.
And what does the word mean in those 4 verses?
The word is sometimes translated as week and other times as sevens,
Yeah,
used to describe a period of 7 years in a specific.
Now you're reading the English translation. I don't want that because that's not right.
Okay.
What I'm going to trying to teach you is how to use your Bible. So I want I'm going to the TSK cross references, right? You guys got eSword? What are you guys using? Blue letter?
I've got Blue Letter Bible.
I hate Blue
prefer
Letter.
that for my Strongs.
Okay.
So,
So 70 weeks. We got 70 weeks here.
yeah.
Um,
And you got 70 weeks, 7 weeks, 62 weeks.
What is it you use?
I use eSword,
eSword.
right?
Okay.
And seal.
So that's 7 years.
What?
right?
I do use that. I do use that.
Oh, so you do have a computer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I
good.
just don't have Excel.
7 years.
Yeah, okay. I'm only teasing
Maybe
you.
I do. I don't know.
Okay, so
7 years. 7 days in a week. I'm saying it's 7 weeks.
So 490 years.
so in Exodus, where's Exodus? I don't have it here. Where is it?
So Messiah used when he said, if your brother offend you 70 times 7,
Yeah,
that's 490, right? Times, right?
Yeah.
34, 20.
Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm in the wrong thing here. Sorry, my bad. 70 weeks is 7620. Click on 7620. There's the Paleo Hebrew word to swear an oath. That
I like Paleo Hebrew.
you love I love Paleo Hebrew. So there it is right there. Right? To swear an oath. Why would you swear an oath for the word weeks? Think about that. What other holy day do you swear an oath for?
Passover?
No, you don't.
Covenant.
Well, yeah, but no. No, you're guessing now. Come on.
You're talking about, Shavuot.
Yes.
When you renew
Count
your
7 times 7.
Yeah.
Each time you do it, you're going oathing. Every time you go around 7, that's another oath, right?
Yeah.
You're swearing an oath, an allegiance to Jehovah.
Yeah.
That's where we get the word from. Okay, so now I go down here, swear, 777. Shabua, right there. Can you see that? How's your eyes?
Not really.
Not really? Can you guys back?
I look young, but don't be fooled. Now it's Shabu. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
I already told you who the good-looking Canadian was here. You didn't believe me on that either. So Shabua, there it is right here. So there's all the references. I got 15 references. Exodus 34:22. I click on it, and thou shalt observe the feast of weeks. The feast of weeks. The feast of sevens. The feast of what's the feast of weeks? Shavuot. The feast of 49.
7 weeks.
Okay, let's go back. And we go back in here, the word weeks. Go back down. Whoops. I love eSword. Leviticus 12, verse 5. If she bear a maid, she shall be unclean 2 weeks. That's where it's used for 2 7-day weeks, not 49. Same word. Go back again. Numbers 28:26. Also in the day of the first fruits, when you bring a new meat offering unto the Lord, after your weeks. What's after the weeks? It's the Feast of Weeks. Ye shall have a holy convocation. Do you see something, the pattern developing here? Go back. That's Numbers, Deuteronomy 16, 9, 10. You know this one. 7 weeks. What's 7 weeks? Shavuot. Shalt thou number unto thee, begin to number the 7 weeks from such time as you begin to put the sickle to the grain. We're going to talk about that today. And you shall keep the feast of weeks. What's that? Shavuot. Unto the Lord. Okay, let's go back.
So is that connection to in Deuteronomy when Moshe spoke to them for the last time? He said, "True whom this day you will serve."
When did he say that? That's the marriage contract.
Right.
When done when?
Shavuot.
Shavuot.
Right. Okay. I was just seeing the connection right there. That's all.
Did that light bulb just go on?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, I want to go to the word weeks. Go down here. That's Numbers, Deuteronomy 16:16. 3 times a year you shall, all your males shall appear before the Lord your God in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread. That's Passover. And in the feast of weeks, Shavuot. And in the feast of tabernacles, and they shall not appear before the Lord empty. You see a pattern? That's Deuteronomy. 2 Chronicles 8:13. Even after a certain rate every day, offering according to the commandment of Moses on the Sabbaths, on the new moons, on the solemn feasts, 3 times in the year, even the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of weeks, Shavuot, and in the feast of tabernacles. What is Daniel saying here when he writes the word weeks? Daniel 9:24-26. Oh, there's 5 of them there. That's what we're talking about today. What's the word mean? I don't know. I think it means 7. We've just read all the other ones. It means 49. Daniel 10:2-3. That means 7. Those ones mean 7. Your Honor, do I rest my case?
Yes.
Oh. No, I don't want to recess.
Well, we gotta let the
Point
jury
made.
debate.
The jury hasn't been sent out yet. How do you prove what I just said right or wrong? Your opinion, my theology does not matter in the court of law. Proof matters. You're the jury. And by the time you leave here today, you're going to be saying, damn, I never knew half that stuff. But I think he might be right.
We're gonna find out when we get there, because it's gonna be drawn out real clear in front of us when we get to the end of this thing.
The end of today? Yes.
Not just here, but when the heartbeat stops, when we get in front of the...
No, you're going to know it right now in the next 5 minutes. What is the one way to prove this? Read what?
Look it up.
Read Daniel 9. Keep reading. You heard that? Keep reading. Don't just cherry pick your one verse. Read before, read after. Read the whole chapter before. Understand the content. Okay. Daniel 9 says 70 Shabuah, 70 weeks. Oh, okay. Somebody's got to read the rest of that. It's going to say, Robert, read that to me, please. 70 weeks.
Daniel, right?
Daniel 9. 70, you got it?
Yeah.
70 weeks are declared, and then what's going to happen?
King James, 70 weeks are determined upon your people, and upon the holy city, to finish the transgression
Is transgression finished?
and to make reconciliation.
Has reconciliation taken place?
No, that's the white throne judgment, I believe.
And
And
next,
to bring everlasting righteousness.
has everlasting righteousness taken place now?
No. And to seal the vision and the prophecy, and to anoint the most holy.
Has the most holy been anointed?
Yes.
You can argue that one. Okay, I'll give you one. The others haven't happened. Is this about Yeshua? Yes? Oh, hang on. Okay. Next verse, verse 24.
Yes.
I mean 25.
Messiah is after, so in 25, know therefore and understand.
Hang on. Know, therefore. You're supposed to know, you're supposed to understand. But I'm telling you, your old theology is deceiving you and you don't. Know, therefore, and understand. You're commanded to know and understand. Know and understand what? That it's not talking about weeks, it's talking about Shavuots.
Right.
That changes everything. Know, therefore, and understand. Carry on.
Know therefore and understand from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem.
Hang on, stop right there.
Yep.
The going forth of the command is by who? By King Cyrus?
Some say Cyrus.
Or Ahasuerus?
Yeah,
Or Xerxes?
yeah, Xerxes. There's a bunch of commandments there.
No, it's not.
I think it's I think it's after that it was given to man, because Cyrus halted the building of the temple. He said, "Go and build it," and he said, "All right, stop. You're the and then
Okay, so it's just,
to Darius-
that's the typical Christian theology.
yeah,
Poppycock.
yeah.
Okay?
Long after.
Got something to clean it up with?
Yes, I do. It's called the Torah.
Okay, read
Are
on.
you talking about from the Exodus when they called them out of Egypt and said
7 times Jehovah told Moses to go and get my people.
Right.
7 times. Exodus 3 and chapter 4. I won't read them all. You can go look it up. Is that right, though? Okay, that's Joe Duma. Everyone else says it's Ahasuerus. How do you prove that? So Christians take that.
You gotta
Yet,
count.
what?
You gotta count, and you fall
You gotta
short.
count.
If you start from Cyrus, you fall short.
If you count from Cyrus, you got to use the
50 years, and then
well,
you got
it's either John Hyrcanus or it's Julius Africanus or it's Rabbi. Which one is it?
yeah, they're called.
But you'll notice that in between John Hyrcanus and Julius Africanus and Akiva, not one of the apostles, not Yeshua himself, used this to prove that he was the Messiah. It's so look, it's right here. This is me. None of them did. Okay, so the proof is, my theory is, it's Moses at the burning bush. What does it say? We now know that a Shabua is a 49, it's a Shavuot. It says 7 and 62, correct?
Yes,
Until Messiah the Prince.
7 years till the Messiah the Prince.
Okay. I have some anointing oil here that Shane brought with him. No, it's anointing oil. I blessed it. Come on. And I'm going to pour it here on top of Barb. I hope that lid don't come off.
Like Yeshua.
She's anointed now.
He's anointed. He's the Messiah.
She's the Messiah.
Right.
Robert? Want me to take it off?
Like,
I'm now anointing Robert.
That's right.
He is now the Messiah.
Right.
So we bow down to the Messiah.
No,
No,
Why?
I'm
it
not
just
the
means he's-
Messiah.
What is Messiah?
this is the anointed one. Aaron
What
was
is the
anointed.
Messiah? Where do we get the Messiah from?
What do you-
The Greek word Christos,
Christos.
which comes from the Hebrew word Mashiach, which is means anointed.
Like David, King David was
Saul was
Bam,
anointed.
let's say it again, nice and loud.
King David.
What is King David?
Anointed.
He's anointed. So from the going forth of the command at the burning bush until Messiah the Prince shall be 7 Shabua. Most Christians take that and put 62 and put the 7 at the end for the last 7 years of tribulation. That's not what it says. It says 7 and 62. 7 and 62. Okay. From the going forth of the command. You see in your charts? Look at this chart. Mark it in your charts.
What page?
I don't have page number. I have Jubilee Cycles. Look for the red one.
Red, green, purple, green. Oh, red. Okay.
You see the part where the gray, it's kind of gray in here? That's the Exodus. Yes, you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Okay? Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you're good.
Right there. Okay. I'm showing you this up here. From the going forth of command shall be 7 Shabuah, 7 49s, 7 Jubilee cycles. 1. See the 1 on your page? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who comes? Messiah the Prince. King David is born in 1040 BC. He's anointed by Samuel. You don't have the purple on there because that's an older copy. Right here as a young shepherd boy. He's anointed by all of Judah in 1010 BC. He's anointed by all of Israel in 1003 BC. King David is your Messiah the Prince. 7 Jubilee cycles confirms that. Then it says 62. 62 plus 7 is what? 69. And when you add them all up and count them all out, the 69th Jubilee cycle ended in 1996. (1996) right there. We are now in the 70th Jubilee cycle of Daniel 9. This prophecy is not about King David. It's about King David, but it's also about you. Because then it goes on to say, verse 27. What's the rest of 25? 26 say?
So 25 is 7 weeks, and then 62 weeks. The street shall build again, and the wall even in troublous times.
Yep.
And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself.
What's that mean? Look at the Hebrew for that is really, really hard to read. It says, the anointed Messiah.
Right.
This is not about Jesus being killed. The Messiah, the anointed. Who is that?
Could be just a priest.
No. It's Israel. All of Israel. Not just the Jews. All 12 or 13 tribes, whatever you want to call them. Will be cut off and be as if they never were.
Is that 70 AD? No.
Not they weren't cut off and never as a this is talking about the end times. We're talking about the 70th Jubilee cycle. And in the 70th Jubilee cycle, the anointed, Israel, will be cut off and be as if they never were. The original Hebrew. Remember? As it was in the days of Sodom, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the last days. And we're at the year 2025. And I've been shouting this out, screaming this out since 2005. And everything I'm saying is amplified and confirmed. That's what the Daniel 9 prophecy is all about. It's about us today. Everyone knows we're in the last days. Everyone wants to guess we're in the last days. I'm telling you exactly where we are in those days. We're in the year 2025. We're in the final 10 days of awe. The final 10 days leading up to atonement. If you understand those 10 days of awe, and I believe you all do because we already talked about it, then that amplified out is what's going on. So, what's the next verse in Daniel?
All right, then it says, after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. The people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be a flood. Unto the end of the war, desolations are determined.
So it's not going to end. What you're seeing now is going to continue. If they get peace, there'll be another war. It's going to continue until the end. Okay, 27.
And he shall confirm the covenant from...
Okay, stop right there. He shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. What does that mean? You guys all know you signed on to that covenant, right? He shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. What does that mean?
That means you, basically at Shavuot, when you renew your covenant, you say, I'm in.
No.
I agree to.
Wrong covenant. Good idea, but wrong covenant. The he there is not Yeshua or Jehovah.
Oh, you're talking about.
He shall confirm a covenant with many. I've done a lot of research on this. That covenant took place in 1972. 1 week, one Shabuel, 149-year period. 1972, the United Nations Environmental Program the United Nations created the United Nations Environmental Program. They're going to save the trees, save the frogs, save the polar bear, the blue whale, save all the animals, stop the pollution. It's a good idea. We should be doing that anyway. Very first clause, 26 clauses, very first clause says about human rights. Why does a three-toed frog need human rights? If you step on a three-toed frog and kill it, can it sue you in a court of law? It's got human rights, even though it's a frog. What about a polar bear? The polar bear need human rights? Does it sue the Eskimos for shooting it? What about the blue whale? It's covered by the same human rights law. How many Japanese have you seen in court for killing a blue whale? The blue whale attorney never took it to court. Why do all these things, why does a tree need with human rights? 113 nations signed on to this in 1972. After this, they had the Rio Accord. Then it was called the Rio Plus 20. It's called the Kyoto Accord, Agenda 21, Agenda 30. It's now known today as the Paris Accord. The United States signed on to the Paris Accord in 2015, along with all 192 nations around the world. You must now abide by that accord. One little clause. Back in 2011, they made an amendment to the Human Rights Clause. 2011, in South Africa, they made the amendment that LGBT could no longer be hated or discriminated against. Gay marriages are now acceptable according to the United Nations. You signed on to that. You now endorse that. You now support that. That's why President Obama, that's why my Prime Minister Trudeau are going around the Western world saying we got to support these poor LGBT people. And that's why we got gay rights everywhere. And when we take that to Africa, they tell us to get out. But it's part of the Human Rights Charter, of which 194 nations out of 194 nations signed on to. Do you know that Jehovah is a God of covenants? Even when Joshua signed the agreement with I believe the Gibeonites, who deceived them, he had to obey that covenant or Jehovah was going to punish him, not the Gibeonites. Because he told Joshua not to make any covenant with anybody. But he did. So you now support LGBTQ. Go you.
I'm a sojourner.
You're what?
I'm a sojourner. I'm not American.
We're just traveling.
Oh, yeah?
I'm just camping.
If I pull out your wallet, it says your driver's license, you're in the United States, right?
But I'm not.
You support the president who is in office. Okay, let's follow that a little bit further. 1972, 49 years later, brings you to where? $1972 plus 49 is what? It brings you to 2020. President Trump takes off in 2015. Very first thing he does, January 2015, he signs off the United Nations Environmental Program, or the Paris Accord. He signs out. But
72 and 49 is 2021.
it's Greek. Count like a Hebrew.
You gotta count. You gotta count.
Okay. Got it.
I'm glad you're checking, though. Do check. Sometimes I misspeak. Yep, that's good. 2015, Obama signs the accord. President Trump gets in office 2016, but you can't get out of the accord because they put a clause in just for him. You can't get out for 4 years. The accord is abolished in 2020. One Shabua. Biden takes office, he signs back on. Trump takes office, he signs off again. The covenant made with many. Read the rest of Daniel 9 now.
All right,
27.
covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice of the oblation to cease.
Okay. Just hold that.
Says, I know.
You know. This is the week, the Shabua. In the middle of the week, from 1996 to 2044, the middle is 2020. I don't know what happened that year. I've been warning people about 2020 since 2005. I thought I was nuts. I told my guy, shut down my website in 2020 if nothing happens. It's now 2025. It's history. It's not prophecy anymore. What happened? COVID happened. What? It did happen. COVID happened. What did COVID do? We're not talking about masks. We're not talking about injections, horns, any of that stuff. What are we talking about?
You can't travel. You can't go anywhere.
And what else?
Means you can't go to Jerusalem for the feast
Why?
because you can't go there. It's shut down.
It's shut down. The whole world is in lockdown, except for this church or whatever church I'm in that says we even never did. The whole world's in lockdown. Every church, every synagogue, every mosque, every temple, every place of worship around the world, every place where people can congregate.
Not this place, not this place.
The 501.
That's what I said, not this place. Right? Every place is locked down. What does that mean? What?
You cut off the offerings and the oblations.
How's that? There's no temple.
Well, because Yeshua said, I tell you that there's going to come a day when you won't worship on this mountain or that mountain, but you'll worship in Glen Park, New York,
Spirit and truth.
or, Ottawa, or...
No,
So what's the sacrifice? Go ahead.
they cut off, people couldn't worship, they couldn't sing. People could riot, and they would let them riot. and
Yeah.
Do all that stuff, but they couldn't sing in church.
You're spot on. But how do you confirm what you just said? Give me the Bible verse that confirms exactly what you just said.
Oh, I'm not the one for that.
Yes, you are. Hosea 14:2. Somebody want to read it?
Hosea 14:2.
Hosea 14:2. This is the half Torah portion done on Shabbat Shuvah during the 10 days of awe. Anybody got it?
It says, take with you words and return to the Lord. Say to him, take away all iniquity except what is good, and we will pay with bulls the vows of our lips.
Do you understand what you just said? Hear, O Israel, hear, O Israel, return, Shub, Shabbat Shuvah, Shub, return, and bring the Torah scrolls with you. Why do we have to bring the Torah scroll? That's our groom, Jehovah. Bring the groom with you. And the word. Return, and let us praise you with the bullocks of our lips. Your sacrifice and offerings are your prayers. Whether it's a cheap, lazy prayer where you fall asleep on your pillow, or it's a stand-up praise and proper prayer, that's the bullocks of your lips that you're offering Jehovah twice every day, minimum.
I'm kind of,
Huh?
like, what direction are we going with this? I'm kind of confused.
You're counting the feast.
No, I'm kind of confused.
Okay, where did I lose you? I'm talking about sacrifice and offerings, which is what we just read in Daniel 9.
I know you were talking about some treaty or something they signed.
Yeah, we did that. I'd left that. I've moved on.
COVID.
COVID.
Talking about COVID.
Okay, let me back up. From 1996 to 2044, one Shabua, which is the 70th Shabua that Daniel 9 is talking about. It says, in the midst of the Shabua, the midst of the week, which is 2020. So the middle of the week is 2020. Now, when I first started doing this, what's going to happen? I don't know, but something big was coming. I don't know. It's now 2025. It's no longer trying to project what's coming. It's now history. We now know what happened. COVID happened in 2020.
Okay, so
And when COVID happened, everywhere around the world locked down.
okay, so and
Worldwide, right?
that's significant to
Daniel 9.
right. But I'm saying like who?
What's the purpose of this?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good question. We're setting a base. I'm setting the groundwork for what I'm about to show you.
Okay, because I heard you say return.
So that's
to
the-
Israel, and you said bring the Torah scrolls.
Yeah, that's Hosea 14:2.
Right. So he was talking. You said he's talking to Israel.
That's the Torah half Torah portion you read on Shabbat Shuvah.
So you say he's talking to Israel, who was scattered abroad, telling them to return.
Yeah,
Teshuva, that's.
Teshuvah. It's not just return physically, it's return with your heart to obey.
It's basically repent.
Shub.
With words, take words, listen to my words, Yeshua said.
So during the 10 days of awe, Robert, during the 10 days of awe, so this is like representing the 10 days of awe, there's always one Sabbath. This happens to be a sabbatical year. This sabbatical year represents Shabbat Shuvah. That's highly significant, but that's what it is, Shabbat Shuvah. So during that Torah portion that you read on Shabbat Shuvah, every year, which calendar are you following right now? Is yesterday, today, or tomorrow the Feast of Trumpets?
No, I'm just learning.
Okay.
Learning. I mean, what I understand is I didn't really get into it too much because to me, like I seen that there was too many wars about the calendar.
Yep.
Too many arguments about the
Yep.
calendar. And my thing is, if you believe that it's on Tuesday, you do this, then do it. If it's on Wednesday, then do it.
Then why do we keep Shabbat on Saturday? Why not just do it on Sunday like everybody else?
Well, 'cause I think most people, besides certain believe that Shabbat is on Saturday.
Why not?
I think we got a baseline of that we believe. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, but if it doesn't matter, then Sunday's just as good as Saturday.
That's like
We keep Saturday because it does matter. We keep the holy days because we believe whatever calendar, and I'm not going to argue calendar, but whatever calendar you believe you're on, you believe that to be the right calendar.
Hopefully
So-
you wouldn't be doing it. If you
That's
didn't
right.
think it was the right
Right.
way.
You're not going to take time off work if it's not a holy day,
that's
whichever
what I'm
calendar you're
saying,
on.
like, whatever calendar you own,
Yeah.
that's what you believe.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, do the festival, do the worship,
that's right.
do it. You know what I mean? If it's in your heart to do it, do it.
So I'm not even presenting calendars. That's
No,
not.
I know that. I know that.
I'm trying to get you to understand Shabbat Shuvah is part of the Torah portion reading, which is the main part is the bullocks of your lips. The rest of it, return, that's other stuff for other teachings, other information. Shub, teshuvah, that's all that word, that's all in that day, that's all in that meaning, it's all in that year.
I was just trying to, in my mind, trying to link the connection to what you was talking about. You know, basically about 2020 when it said, you know, people couldn't travel, people couldn't do this, and they
Yep.
couldn't do that. But I don't think because you couldn't travel or because you couldn't go to a different, like go to the place where you go to church at or whatever, that should have stopped your worship or your praise.
It's corporate prayer.
Yeah, I get that, but if you think that, okay, this is just me. This is just me. If it's in your heart to do it, right? I don't care where you at,
Yep,
and if we all do it and it's in our heart, he could be at his house, I could be at my house, and we lifting up his name. He still, to me, I believe he still receives it.
That's true.
Now I understand the corporate thing you were talking about. Or you talking about like we come together and it stop. But sometimes I think some things happen just to see where you at individually. Because some people will go to church with the corporate people and sing a song and get up and do all the other stuff. But individually, he said, "You worship me with your lips, but your heart is far from me."
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you. But for the purpose of what we're trying to show
I
you,
was just asking.
no, for the purpose of what we're trying to show you, I believe he's talking about corporate prayer. Again, how do I prove this? I'm about to show you. But to get there, we have to understand the base is the bullocks of our lips. That's the thing. It's not, there is no temple. We're looking back at history now. We're not looking in the future with the temple being built. We're looking back. 2020 is the middle. Where's the temple? If it's not the bullocks of our lips, what is it? It's the bullocks of our lips.
So we're the temple.
It's corporate prayer. Okay?
Right.
So just hold your thought. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm trying to get you to look at this a different way.
Okay.
Okay? So it's corporate prayer. So corporately, what happened? March 25, 2020, Prime Minister Netanyahu locked down Israel just before Passover. Nobody did anything. You need 10 men to form a quorum. You know what? When I say that, you know what that means?
Priest, right?
No, you gotta have 10 men to form a quorum. You gotta have 10 men to have a corporate prayer in a synagogue. A minyan. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So now they couldn't do that in Israel. March 25th. Now, let's just hold that Daniel thought for a moment. Let's go to Daniel 12, verse 11. You want to read it?
It says, from the time that the Tamid shall be taken away. And
Okay, just stop right there. From the time the Tamid, what's that mean?
It's like your continual offering.
The daily offering. So there's a daily offering in the morning and the afternoon. 9 a.m., 3 p.m. 9 a.m., 3 p.m. You heard my watch go off here at 3 p.m.? That's the time we're to pray. 9 a.m., Yeshua's hung on the tree. 3 p.m., he dies. Right? The lambs are killed at that time every day in the temple. So, from the time the corporate or the daily is taken away, what?
And the abomination that makes desolate
Shane?
set up, there shall be 1,290 days.
So 1,290 days from March 25th, 2020, brings us to October 6th, 2023. And I went to Israel looking for an abomination. I knew where it was going to be planted. I knew where it was going to be built. Shane actually came with me. We found a construction site, getting it ready. Except we're in the wrong place. I went to Yehuda Glick. I told him. I went to Keith Johnson, told him. I wrote a letter to Prime Minister Netanyahu, warned him, and the Sanhedrin warned them. All on September 10th. I was in the mountains of Judea. Yeshua says, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel, flee to the mountains of Judea. I was looking in the wrong place.
You were looking where you flee.
Yes, I didn't understand that then. Had I been looking in the right place, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you today. I'd be dead.
Yeah.
At the Nova Festival down in Berdi, or Riem, over top of the DJ tent, they had this statue. It's not a statue, it's an inflatable Buddha. And they were all dancing around it on Shemini Atzeret, a holy day. According to the Hillel calendar, they were dancing around on a holy day. That's why they had the party. They danced around it till 6:30 in the morning. Then the alarms went off at 6:33, I believe it is. I'm up at my place thinking there's a whole bunch of priests coming out, and there's a bishop, there's cardinals, and I get on my pants and I run up the hill. And I'm going to see this abomination put up right where we've seen it, with the construction site. Then the rockets go off. And they didn't stop after 5 minutes. This is my 25th time to Israel. I see this all the time. They don't stop. They keep going. They keep going. I said, what's going on? So they go back inside. I go back inside. Rockets stop. The sirens go off. I go running up the hill again. Here they come out again. Where's the statue? Oh, the sirens go off again. They turn around, all run back inside. I go back down the hill. This went on for hours. The sirens went on all day. Over 2,000 rockets fired that day. 1,700 plus civilians killed. 340 Golani Brigade, 340 young people, 18, 19, 20-year-old, shot in their bed because they were soldiers for the IDF. Young girls, all they did was watch. They didn't have guns. Slaughtered in their bed. Think of that when you look at your grandkids, your daughters, your sons. This is no different than the golden calf. When they danced around it, 3,000 people were killed that day or the next couple days. You're told to flee. Yeshua warned us about it. It was exactly, you can put that down, Shane, thank you, 1,290 days to the day from that. Now, when I'm looking at this in 2005, I got a general idea something's coming in 2020, but I don't know what it is. Now I get a date, and I'm not sure what that means, if I got the right date or which it is. I'm confirmed in 2023. What's the next verse there? Daniel 12:13.
Okay, so blessed is he that waits and comes to the 1,340.
35.
Sorry, 35th day.
35. 1,335 days from March 25th, 2020 brings you to November 21st, 2023. That's when the agreement was made to release the hostages. And 80 hostages were released starting 2 days later. I've now got 2 confirmations confirming March 25th as my bench date. Now go to Daniel 8. Again, these are all starting from the time the daily was taken away. Daniel 8 is also talking about the time the daily is taken away. Start, I think, verse 14.
And he said unto me, 2,300.
No, back up one.
Okay. Let's see, that's where it's trotted. Okay. Then I heard one holy one speaking to another holy one, and said unto that certain holy one, which spoke, how long is the vision concerning the Tamid, the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the army to be trodden underfoot?
Okay. Again, the daily is starting how long from the daily? And the answer is 2,300 days.
Yeah, 2,300.
So 2,000 morning and evening. That's the 9 a.m., 3 p.m. It's not like my Church of God said that was 1,150 days. I don't know how they did that. It's 2,300 days. From March 25th, 2020, 2,300 evenings and morning brings you to July 12th, 2026. I wasn't sure what was going to happen here. These 2 dates confirmed the March 25th. If I use that as my base, July 12th, 2026. What's going to happen on that day again? Read that verse again really slow.
It says, and then he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then the sanctuary.
So the word sanctuary can also be saints.
Right. Yeah.
And will be
Yeah, the Kodesh will be cleansed.
That was the priest, right?
Restored to its rightful state.
Okay, so my question now is, how do you cleanse the priest? Will a mikvah cleanse the priest? Do you know what a mikvah is? A mikvah is like a baptism where you submerge yourself in, only it's not a once in a lifetime thing. Women do it every 30 days during their period or after their period.
I think you have to prepare an altar to cleanse.
You don't need an altar to mikvah.
Yeah, they have the red
We used
No, I
to
didn't
do
do
that
that. I
going
meant to
into
cleanse
the
the
temple
priest.
every week.
You got to have a mikvah to go into the temple. What did you just say back here?
the ashes of a red heifer.
What is the one thing that will cleanse a priest from death or from touching a dead body? A red heifer. A mikvah does not cleanse from touching a dead body. So although they mikvah right now, all the Levitical priests, whoever they are not clean. They can mikvah till their skin falls off. They will still not be clean. They need a red heifer.
They just practiced doing one.
They just killed one on July 8th.
Yeah.
July 8th, they killed one. We were just there, seen 5 of them alive, and one was killed.
Yeah.
It was a disqualified one, and it doesn't count. July 11th, they said, August 11th, all of them are disqualified. Now what? I guess my theory's out the door.
Gotta wait one more year.
No, we don't got to wait one more year. Well, yes, I'm sorry, you're right. We do have to wait. July 12th, according to the Daniel 8 prophecy, is going to cleanse them. Now, I checked Rambam. I wanted to see what he had to say about this. He also agreed. But he also took me to read Malachi 3, verse 2. 3 verse 2 or 2 verse 3? 3 verse 2.
Who will abide in the day of his coming, and who shall stand when he appears? For he is like a refiner's fire and the fuller's soap.
So what is refiner's fire and fuller's soap? It's a cleansing.
It's clear.
When the silver is ready, you can see your face in it. You'll look just like him. Fuller's soap takes the skin right off your hide. Okay, keep going. So it's talking about cleansing. This verse is talking about cleansing.
Right, and it says, and he shall sit as a refiner and a purifier of silver, and will purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness.
So how can you offer an offering to Jehovah in righteousness? You must be cleansed. How will you be cleansed?
Persecution.
Pardon me?
Persecution.
Persecution? Red heifer. Only the red heifer will cleanse them. He's talking about the Levitical priest making an offering. It can only be done. Now, here's something else to think about. Okay? We're talking about 2026. These are the 10 days of awe, which means, if I'm correct, if my understanding is correct, the Day of Atonement is the end of the Great Tribulation. Right? We did the holy days like that. The match is this and this. The Day of Atonement. 3.5 years before that, the start of the Great Tribulation is Passover 2030. The year of return, Shabbat Shuvah. That's when the two witnesses are killed. 3.5 years before that, the two witnesses start their work in the fall of 2026. There's a lot going on next year. Remember the two goats that you can't tell apart? 27, 28. Shane, give me a hand here. Yeah. I started doing this in 2005. I read Leviticus 26. Terror in the U.S. Embassy in Tanzania and Kenya were blown up. USS Cold blown up. 9/11 blown up. Terror is the first curse. Leviticus 26. Right here. Second curse. Extreme weather. And I started saying it's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. The hottest years on record at this time, of these 7 years, 5 of them are the hottest on record. It continues to get hotter here. Terrorism continues to grow, and here as well until even today. Third curse. Leviticus 26 is plagues. Ebola. All these diseases. Chikungunya. SARS, MERS, bird flu, they all started developing here. They expected something big, they're not sure what it is. Each curse is passed on to the next. These 2, these 3, now 4. Fourth curse, this cycle, sword, drought, famine. Famine is increased from 180 million to 330 million. Sword began here, 22 and 23, Russia, and then Hamas. And drought, 2018, 2019 to 2022, all the rivers in Europe, North America, Asia dried up. Even the Amazon and the Nile was drying up. These curses that we see are here taking place. Leviticus 26. The next curse for this 5th cycle is called famine. And you will eat your sons and your daughters. That's how hungry you'll be. I'm giving you a crash course. This is what I've been doing. And all the messianics said, nope, it's HARP, it's COVID, it's an inside job. Everything they did was to deny that Jehovah was sending these plagues. Because God's a good God. He doesn't send these plagues. Yes, these are all by Jehovah.
Deuteronomy 28, yeah.
Bingo. But they don't read that. So now what I've also started doing, since I see this pattern and we're now here, this is the last 10 days or 10 years of awe. And the seal, my newest book called The Lion Rises Up, The Coming of Apollyon. The beast is Islam. It started in 623, 625 with Muhammad. That's the first 6 seals of Revelation, starting there. And they continue, and it's going to get worse. All the Western worlds have invited Islam in a big way, so that even England now, you don't recognize it as English, or France as French. I wouldn't go see the Eiffel Tower if you pay me. It's not France. So I started to apply the trumpet plagues, each plague per year. They are also cumulative, so like 1/3 of the trees didn't happen in 24, but by the end there, 1/3 of the trees will be gone. And I'm looking at it, seeing if that's to happen. I'm not trying to prophesy, I'm looking at it as a theory. I also told in Deuteronomy that if you don't obey God, I will send the plagues of Egypt on you. And unless you know what the plagues are, who the gods are that Jehovah destroyed, you won't understand. So the first god is Happy, the second god is Heket. Happy is the one they turn the rivers to blood. Heket is the god of medicine. So I have applied that year by year. The rivers are drying up. RFK is gutting the CDC and USAID. Are we about to have a pandemic? We have nobody watching the gate no more because they've all been fired. Is that what we're seeing here? The third god is Geb. That's a god of earth. That's a god of flies or fleas. That's 2026. What's going to happen in 2026 that's going to come from the earth? I don't know. The fourth one is Hathor, or Capri, the god of the dung beetle fly. I use a more coarse word to get you to understand what it is. It's like caca. You could be, ugh. And you walk around like that all day because you touched it. Because every god that's not Jehovah is nothing but a pile of caca. 2028 represents Hathor. That's also the year I expect Apollyon.
The what?
Apollyon. Abaddon.
28?
That's what I'm looking for. President Trump will be released from office in 2028. Who's going to replace him? Probably some weak, spineless president. So, that's my theory. I'm not trying to prophesy. I'm just telling you what I see and how, pardon me?
No, I was just saying, have we had any with a spine anyway?
I still didn't hear you.
No, I
They
said
say that basically they're all spineless.
They're all spineless.
They're all spineless.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going to go into politics. We'll never get out of here. What I'm showing you guys is we got 2020 as the middle of the Jubilee Cycle. That's the Daniel 9 prophecy. We got Daniel 9 here, 1290, 1213, or 35. We got Daniel 8 here. If you don't agree with me, and that's fine, because you're allowed your opinion, you have whatever theology you subscribe to is got to fit in the remaining years. And unless those days are cut short, no flesh will be saved alive. So my theology fits all these verses. If we're here, when do we flee? We're getting ready to flee.
There's a lot of scriptures that are happening now that talk about the end times, like the animals leaving their homes and coming into towns, with all the different fires they've had, in Canada and all around the world, really.
Yes.
They're burning the homes of the animals, so they're having to come into town.
And people too. Whole cities are being burnt.
Right.
You just said a very profound thing. What did Peter say? First by flood, second by fire.
Fire, yeah.
Okay. You need a pee break? You ready for level 5 now?
Did we do 4?
I thought that was 4.
I don't remember seeing 4.
Did I skip 2? Yes, sir.
If we take a break now, how much longer do you,
How long do you want me to go? I can wait till you fall out the window.
because I'm supposed to be at some place 6:30, so I'm just trying to figure out.
Do you want me to go right through then now? No break?
No, because I might call and just cancel, whatever, I'm just seeing.
Well, you decide. You see if this is worthwhile. I'll go right into it now then.
And you'll be done, if you go into it now, you'll be done when?
I need about 30 minutes for each teaching that I'm about to do.
You'll be done at 6:30.
Unless you ask me a gazillion questions.
Can we take 5 minutes so I can call where I'm supposed to be and let them know that I'll be there somewhat, a little bit after?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, thanks.
Okay? When he goes out of the room, I'm going to start teaching.
Yeah.